Yeah, Bugatti.
Previously on Kimba TV. Who was here last night? Y'all remember what we talked about? We said failed auction. I am thinking about longing down here. I'm thinking about longing down here. If you're, for example, gonna try to like short this bitch, right? You would love to see price there, value area high, value area low, and you would love to rotate like that.
Are we Gucci? Who's with me?
Kimba,
Shout out, soldier.
let's get it. Kimba, what's poppin'?
All right, let's do it. Burbeezy says, are you ready for a nasty day? I am ready for a nasty day. Y'all want to do a little car stream? Should we do a little car stream from the testnet Rolls Royce? Should we do it? Hey, I woke up to fucking I woke up to fucking emails telling me that I got stopped out. VIPs. Hey, did you guys see the position that I took? I entered a position on my flight. Okay. So I got filled like right here. What was my entry? I don't even remember. I think I got filled like 500 something. If you guys remember, we talked about it. Let me fucking find it. Oh God, how do I change this? There we go. I don't even remember when I fucking talked about it. You guys remember? It was before my work call. It must have been like, I think I show my limits here, yeah? Maybe? I think I show it here. There it is. Yeah, so that 42525, the 425, the music is too loud. Is that even possible? Better. But yeah, anyways, I took it. Pretty much like Pico perfect entry, right? And then I got round trip while I was sleeping. I woke up to the fucking email saying I got stopped out. In my opinion, this shit gonna poop. Because I hope it makes sense, but that was it. It had to hold that. It had to hold that. We kind of needed to get through this. Yeah, so if this does like a bearish retest on 425, or I would really like a 428. Yeah, I might have to short now. Oh, let's do some TA. Oh, but yeah, I hope it makes sense. That's why I took a long there. That's why we talked about it yesterday. That's why I had those blind limits. So yeah, this is really bad. This is really bad. There's a lot of unfinished business up there. There is, but it doesn't have to grab it right now. And if it was going to go and grab it, that was it. That's why I took a long there. That's why we talked about it yesterday. Yeah, I didn't even get to put my stop loss in profit. I just went to sleep as soon as I got home. But yeah, like losing this is really bad. You needed to continue. So yeah, I mean for me, now I can't long until the CME gap fill. So, alrighty, that would be my interpretation because I mean we took a long here because that was the next bounce that it had to hold, and this is when it should have started making higher highs and cleaning all this bad highs. But for it to get rejected at 43,000 again, and then make a lower low, that's extremely bearish. So I'm not longing this. I can't long any of this now. I have to wait for CME gap fill now. So, alrighty. So that's about it for the TA. It's really that simple. So you know we kind of talked about all this, right? You can see my limits that I had 42525. If you were watching the VIP stream, I got filled at 42550, right? Damn near pixel perfect. So got filled live, and that was the point that it had to go and start claiming all these highs. The fact that it got rejected at 43, that's bad. Bad. Yeah, so if you were like an international lion, if you were awake, you know, obviously, if you were copy trading, you should have kept dragging this up, stop loss and profit. And getting rejected at 43,000 should have kind of been a little bit of a tell right there. That's no good. You needed to smash through that and turn it into support. So now that we have, started shifting structure, there is no long that I can take, unfortunately. Bummer, right? Crappy says, what kind of structure would you want once we fill CME gap? Anything bullish. So that's why your first couple of years, you spend the academic sort of time understanding all the different ways, all the different structures. There's probably like 50 to 100, right, Crappy? So you want to know all the different ways that something could look bullish, okay? So your first couple of years or whatever, you're learning all the different structures, right? Then your third, fourth, fifth years, you're getting sample size. So you're gonna get to see 1,000 bull divs, 1,000 harmonics, 1,000 this, 1,000 that. So you start to understand, okay, this is about a 55%er. This is about a 60%er. This is about a 65%er. And then the last couple of years, you're just polishing up and hybridizing your risk management. So the first couple of years, you're learning all the different structures, right? Anywhere from 100 to, you could probably have, 200, right? And then you want to be able to start to understand the probabilities of each one based off of your own exposure. And then the last phase is like taking all of the probabilities and then managing risk accordingly. So when you ask what kind of structure would you want, I'll take any bullish structure. So it's your responsibility to know, all the different hundreds of types of different bullish structures that it could create. So, but in terms of being able to predict exactly which one right now, that would be pretty hard. It could be a harmonic, it could be a Wyckoff, it could be as simple as a 1 hour RSI bull div, it could be a 4-day, whole week, higher time frame CVD hidden bull div. It could be a swing fail, it could be a failed auction, any of the Fibonacci probabilities and harmonics. So yeah,
anything bullish really crappy. There isn't like one, right? You have to be able to know like all different kinds and be able to notice it. Yeah, it's, trading is kind of like asking a girl out. You know what I mean? Like, I could give you a script of what I would say, but you might say the exact same thing I say, but the girl still might say no to you. There's so many different nuances and little details that you have to start to pick up and understand. So you have to be able to adjust at that moment, right? And be able to react at that moment correctly. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Dick flexes, could you take a look at Chainlink, please? Looking to long it around 14.7. I would be careful about longing. Did you hear my whole thing? What'd you say? You're looking to long it around 14.7? Oh man, nah, I wouldn't, but not financial advice. Did you hear, Dick Flex, did you hear my whole thing about Biddy? I'm not longing Biddy until the CME gap gets filled, at least. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we go to 37.38. So I already said I would not long here or here or here or here, which would probably translate to I would not long 14.7. But that being said, if you're feeling it, you should do it. Okay? I can't stress that enough. Just because I'm not going to do it doesn't mean you shouldn't. Right? But this is very bearish to me, so I probably would not do that, brother. Okay? And I don't think longing any of this is a good idea. Johnny English says plan to long 786. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll do it one more time. But it's gonna start to get to a point where it's gonna become less and less relevant. It's not that I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's gonna become less and less relevant, especially if the price nukes through that, right? Johnny, try to follow along on the story, okay? So do you remember when I showed the blind limits and we were talking about longing 42525? Did you see that I got filled almost pixel perfect bottom at 42550 on VIP, but then I got round tripped? If you remember the narrative, there's a reason why we were talking about potentially taking this long, okay? If you've been following along, all of the longs that I've been kind of taking, it's like it has to bounce here or it's not gonna be good type of shit. Okay, so for me, once this got rejected at 43 and it made a lower low, okay, there's no more longs to be had. And in the beginning of the morning, I said, I'm not longing this, I'm not longing this. I'm not longing this. I'm not longing this. I have to wait for the CME gap fill. Okay. So could this sweep one more time and then go to the 0.5 and then pivot from here and then decide if it wants to nuke or not? Yes, that's low probability, but could it do it one more time? Yes. I think that the bearish retest on the 618 already happened, and so you're going to make a lower low. Yeah, so Johnny English, I would not long the 75786, but I don't really scalp. So, like there might have been some people that longed right here, got filled here, and then they closed it right here, or they got stopped out right here. That's still a W, right? But this is not the first time I've been in this situation, and I've already taken the Kimba box long hundreds of times, and it never really worked out for me. So for me, the probability just from memory and historical pattern recognition is that I'm just going to get stopped out anyways. So yeah, I'm not gonna long that, Johnny, but you can if you want to. I'm not looking at like the 1 minute, 3 minute. Is there like a 3 minute CVD hidden bull div or a bear div? Maybe you are gonna get a rotation to the 0.5. But for me, I'm not a scalper, so I don't really care for moves like that. And if it does start to deviate then I would actually be looking to short. But all these are bad, right? All these are bad. If it was gonna grab this, it had to have been here. It could not do this. It certainly could not do that. So, yeah, I don't know, since I'm not scalping, for me, like, it doesn't make sense to long here. Now I probably have to wait. And I'm not saying like, it's gonna just nuke today. We could just crab in here for a week or two, you know, and then we go down here. You know, maybe it does some goofy shit like this. Oh, so the timing, but I have to, now I can't do anything because the structure changed. Okay, Johnny. Ladies and gentlemen, first things first, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Last day of Kimbathon 2023. I've had a fucking blast, man. I hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. But for sure, if I had to grade this Streamathon, I would give it like a 6 out of 10 because I barely got to do any of the like goofy like scalping shit we wanted to do. And I think I want to do more nerding out. But the giveaway stuff took a huge evolutionary leap, did it not? The giveaway thing with the bot and, you know, with the website, and you guys can just put in your UIDs. I don't have to ask you guys for it. We probably cut the time. I mean, if we were going to try to give away 150, 200K last time, it would have taken weeks. So at least we're getting somewhere, right? At least we're getting somewhere. Shout out Swabe, shout out MGK. Yeah, but I am not satisfied one bit. I definitely wish we got to nerd out way more. What I think we'll do is we'll do the 10K giveaway real quick, and then we'll do the 5K merch, and then we'll do another 10K, and then let's do like a quick little nerd out on Boo Gammas, especially since I'm not going to be streaming that much for the next 2-3 weeks. Oh, and that being said, though, next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, full stream. And I'm going to be back to giving away like 30, 40, 50, 60. So if you don't win anything today, that's, you know, if you don't win anything this week, today, and you're an OG veteran, I'm talking about 12 months plus. So if I'm not talking about 4, 5, 6 months. I'm talking about 12 plus months. I'm going to look through the data. And if you're a 12 plus month lion and you didn't win anything this week, I'm going to make sure you win next week. Let's go. Bugatti. Congratulations to Lord Rex, Vofopu, Yosako, Keishigi, Seaton, Todots, Iceberg, Dino, Amelia, Larixaka. But I mean, you get that Braille reader out then, goddamn. Let's go, Kablamo. Congratulations to Metui. Shield GRT, Rex Tyra, Chocolate Lotus, Cheese 8420, Mike Curry, Triple X Fish, Alexandre Martin, Ali's Guilty, and Sewuki. Let's go. Next 10. Congratulations to QWR, Nick Cryptic, Mix Cloud, Takumathi, Briggsy, Dracula, Toy Haynes, Vincent, Jaidono, Daisuko-san. Arigatou gozaimasu. I don't think that's congratulations, but you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm trying to say. Let's go. Single print at like 4 whatever. Value area low is 6 hundo. Jedi's Kirk says, what you seeing, bro? Well, it's a continuation of what we were talking about in the morning. If you remember, I was saying if we get a pump up, I might be looking for a shorte. So you go back to what we were talking about last night, value area high, value area low type of stuff. There's a single print to recorrect the balance. And so whether you're looking at 42.6 through like Bybit USD, or you're looking more through 42.8, you're wondering if that's going to get turned into resistance or it's going to be able to flip it back into support again. So like point blank, I'm trying to figure out if this is worth it. Trying to figure out if this would be worth it or not. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are you guys doing? Some people might be like Bugats. Samuel says, I'm in a short, small position from 5.8. I thought it would bounce down, but true story, higher time frame should go to 42.8 around or less, right? I just came back to the stream. From the DOF 5.8, you're in a short? Well, I think if you're in a short, you're fine. I think maybe you're a little bit too early. But the best thing that I could suggest, Samuel, is have your plan and just execute it. Because what you want to polish, what you want to even like hybridize with other people's ideas and strategies is that whole process of you saying, because of this, this, and this, I'm going to do this. And because I'm basing this trade off of those three things, if this, this, and this happens, then I'm going to get out. And it's doing that hundreds and thousands of times, years and years over and over with different variables in place, and polishing and hybridizing and perfecting that process to result in your like net positive trading strategy. So you'll basically be stunting your own growth if you get in and then you start to ask other people and you start to contaminate that thought process. Because then your thought process and that execution becomes, let me think about, let me plan and execute, but once I get filled, then I'm not going to stick to my original plan, and I'm going to just start to Frankenstein with other people's ideas. I'll see you guys Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but those will be short and from the laptop. And then Thursday, Friday. What a week, Gypsy. Crazy. CPI, PPI, FOMC. Yearly, quarterly, weekly options expirations. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Thursdays and Fridays, we'll start right where we left. We're at 145 out of 200. So I'll see you guys for a short amount of time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, normal. If I get filled, you'll probably see it on VIP, and if it's only like Kraken or MEXC, then I'll share it in Discord, but for the most part, you should see it on Vipes. This is not a goodbye. This is a see you guys later, right? Shout outs to everybody. Scripted, Cairo. All right, y'all stay safe. You know what it is. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, Bears, we're all Lions. All right, y'all. Let me make it official. Let the market makers know that I'm dipping. Have a great night. Stay safe. And Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss.